Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you the top 5 best 4K gaming monitors in 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together a list of options that will meet the needs of different types of buyers. For more information, I have included links in the description box down below. Now number 5 on the list is Sony INZONE M9. If you don't need a high-end 4K gaming monitor and prefer saving money, an upper mid-range option like the Sony INZONE M9 is a good alternative. It has a much lower 144Hz refresh rate than the Samsung Odyssey Neo G8S32BG85, which is normal because the 4K gaming monitor market is limited, and there aren't many monitors available with a refresh rate higher than 144Hz anyways. Regardless, the Sony monitor still offers an excellent gaming experience thanks to its fast response time across its entire refresh rate range, and it has low input lag for a responsive feel. It also has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth for console gaming, and it has a few features specifically for the PS5, like auto HDR tone mapping to optimize the HDR gaming experience. While it doesn't have many LED backlighting like the Neo G8 and has a lower native contrast, it still delivers good enough picture quality in dark rooms thanks to its full array local dimming that improves the picture quality in dark scenes. It also has great HDR peak brightness and displays a wide range of colors for good HDR performance, which is important if you like playing HDR games. Now number 4 on the list is Gigabyte M32U. If you prefer getting a mid-range option to save money, the Gigabyte M32U is a great option. It's very similar overall to the Sony INZONE M9 because it also has a 144Hz refresh rate, but the trade-off for getting something cheaper, in this case, is that it has a worse local dimming feature and doesn't look as good in dark rooms. If you think darkroom performance is important to you, there are other models from Gigabyte in the same price range, like the Gigabyte M32UC, which is a very similar monitor with a higher contrast ratio for better darkroom performance. However, it has worse viewing angles and worse response times than the M32U, so the M32U still provides the best performance. It provides an excellent gaming performance with a quick response time, low input lag, and VRR support for a smooth and responsive gaming feel. It also has a few extra features like a frame rate counter and a few different virtual overlays, including a dashboard that shows all the vital information from your PC, like the CPU and GPU temps, memory, and other helpful information to improve your gaming experience. Now number 3 on the list is Gigabyte M28U. If you find the 32-inch screen size of the Gigabyte M32U is too big or you want something cheaper, look into the Gigabyte M28U. It's essentially a smaller version of the M32U with a slightly worse stand, and there are some minor differences in performance too. One of those differences is with the peak brightness, as the M28U doesn't get as bright, so it isn't as good of a choice to use in a bright room. But it's still fine with a few lights around, and it performs the same in dark rooms too. It also has many of the same gaming features with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth that lets you play 4K games up to 120 frames per second on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. It has low input lag for a responsive feel and an excellent response time with high frame rate signals. While there's more overshoot with 60 frames per second signals than the M32U, it's still good, and the overall appearance of motion is great. It also has a backlight strobing feature, and unlike most monitors, it works at the same time as VRR and flickers within a wide range, helping reduce persistence blur. Now number 2 on the list is Dell S2722QC. Most 4K gaming monitors tend to cost more than regular 4K monitors, so if you want one, you'll have to be prepared to spend some money. However, if you're on a tight budget and want a basic 4K monitor for console gaming, the Dell S2722QC is the best budget 4K gaming monitor we've tested. Although it's designed for the office, it still provides decent gaming performance at a low cost, and it's good enough for playing 4K games up to 60 frames per second from the PS5 or Xbox Series X. However, because it doesn't support HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, you can't take full advantage of the consoles, so you'll need to spend more on the Gigabyte M28U if you want that. As expected for a basic office-oriented monitor, its motion handling isn't special, but it's still okay. It has low input lag for a responsive feel while gaming, lower than 4K TVs, which is an advantage of getting a monitor for gaming. If you have trouble finding this monitor, the Dell S2722QC is a similar option that has a USB-C input and offers the same gaming performance. So between the S2722QC and the S2721QS, you can get whichever you find for cheaper. Now the last product on the list is Dell G3223Q. The Dell G3223Q is a stellar entry in the 4K gaming monitor segment, offering a 32-inch panel size, low total input lag, measured at just 30 milliseconds, and an excellent balance between response and motion resolution. As you might expect for a 4K gaming monitor, we have a 144Hz refresh rate with support for both AMD FreeSync and NVIDIA G-Sync adaptive sync technologies. Not only does the Dell G3223Q nail the basics, but it also offers a bright and colorful picture. And color accuracy straight out of the box is top-notch in both DCI P3 and sRGB color gamuts. With Display HDR600 support, accuracy and color reproduction were also well represented in HDR mode. If there were any downsides, it was that contrast and color gamut volume came up a little bit short compared to some of its close rivals. However, with a street price of less than $800, the Dell G3223Q is easy to recommend for 4K gamers. I hope you liked the video. See you guys next time. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe.